What's up, guys? Going to the range. Just got off of work. Hopefully to try out this new gun. I have the Zip22, and it is a beautiful day today. And it is, let's see, not good to film and drive and look at your watch at the same time. But it is 3:45. And I'm going to assume that this range is packed, and I'm really hoping it's not. I'm hoping that the ammo prices have driven everyone to stay home, but for some reason I'm thinking I'm wrong about that. People always ask me what range I go to. Most of the time, if I'm in this outdoor range, it's this one off of 6. It's in Pennsylvania, off of Route 6, Bullpack. I know some of you guys watching go to this range, so that's cool. But it's just easiest. Today, I'm not even worried about accuracy. I'm just going for reliability. I want to see if this gun is going to work. It's the most important thing, right? So here we go, rifle range. Oh, yes. Glad I cleaned the car. This rocky dirt road. Oh God, I hope it's not too busy. It's such a good day out. I got my fingers crossed. Please, please be empty. Just makes my life easier. There's a bunch of people here shooting. It's gonna be hard to talk. I might have to do a voiceover. It's a huge pain in the hole. All of my holes. Oh, please, please. Ah, frig. It's not packed, but it's busy. It's busy enough. I know that. All right, well, let's park over here. That's it. I'll meet you over by the table.
I want to get a trigger job. Fire these.
I did touch it. What? Okay.
Again. Oh, sorry. Good kind of
these, and you can shoot these last two.
weird ones kind of put me off a bit.
It's not going to be different. It's the same. I
gotta shoot all.
You're on the ground. You can't hold yourself up.
Yeah, it's all different styles.
Another failure to load? That was a failure to fire. Oh!
Yeah, go over here real quick. You're going to shake. It's like either you take a position with stack, solid, you can shoot on stack, or stack. Either way.
No, we only got 6 bullets in there at a time. Little gauge on the side of it, that's cool.
Rest is yours.
Hazel, I brought it to the thingy, your car. I do.
Yeah, sorry. So they did that.
Yeah.
And there's one straight down by -6.
Oh, see, look.
So 2 are MIA, I think.
Yeah.
I just can't see them.
Look, I got the wrong choke in.
I can see yours. You make a bigger hole than I did. You always made a bigger splash. I don't know about all.
The smooth. But it really should be the other way around.
So what you want, then what you need to get is so you can tag it.
Yeah. I'll know where they are. Didn't do so well. Yeah. That's why practice. Instead of squeezing the trigger, just keep squeezing until it pops. Right? You don't jerk. Yeah. And the breathing is something I gotta start dry shooting.
center with low.
Yeah, no. It's shooting low, but it also the grain is 180, I think, right? That's what we've been shooting with. Now this is new. These are new bullets. But they're still 180 grains. A different brand I was shooting.
You want me to aim it?
Different color. These are like
That's
gold.
what I want.
They're made out of gold.
Stop playing.
$200 a bullet. Maybe more accurate, they say. It's like a Wild West gun, huh?
Just picked it up. Shoots 410 and 45 long colt.
Yeah.
Had more kick than I thought.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, hot potato. Didn't blow up in my face. That's a good thing. 45 long colt and 410.
All right, so here's the conclusion of my first time shooting this out in the range. As expected, it had some issues. It had a bunch of different issues, okay? Supposedly, this is the piece that will resolve all those issues, okay? So I will be going out after installing this piece, and I'll do a video showing me installing this, so, you know, in case you need to upgrade yours for better functionality and more consistent reliability, which is what we're looking for in all firearms, whether it's self-defense or a target gun. We don't want guns that don't work. But I'm gonna give this a chance. You know, like I said, I always treat everything fairly. And I went into the initial, you know, range day with this gun expecting some issues. Most people who have these, they do have issues with it. But like I said, apparently there's a problem that they came up with a solution. So we will figure that out in the future. But for now, I just want to go over a couple of things on the gun. Did have some jams. I had some malfunctions. Besides jamming, double feeds, failure to feed, failure to eject properly. Those were some of the more common issues. Now, right away, you can see there's no magazine here. The gun is cleared. The safety is on. And there's nothing in the chamber. You can hopefully see that in there. And actually, while we're looking in there, there's something I want you to notice. The flashlight here. Oh, I love this flashlight. Let's get that low mode. We only need a little bit of light. Yeah, check this out. Actually, you know what? Let me come in through here. There we go. Okay. So what we'll notice, and hopefully you can notice in there, and what I noticed when I looked in there, which was surprising to me. Let me get another shot of this. There we go. Better shot. Now remember, the gun's upside down right now, but what do you notice about that chamber? There is no feed ramp. I know, mind blown. Having a 22, first of all, it's a smaller caliber. It's a small little hole in there. So chancing it just lining up perfectly, not having a feed ramp, of course the purpose of a feed ramp is to guide that round. It's being stripped out of the magazine, should hit the feed ramp, and then it goes up. Like a little slide in reverse. A little kid going right up the slide. Whoopee! It makes it more reliable. It makes it easy. And you know, most, if not all, semi-automatic guns, besides this one, I've ever seen, have all had feed ramps. Okay, it aids in reliability. It gives you a little bit of room for error. If that bullet, you know, your round is not completely straight, let's say it's tilted just a little bit down, or just a little bit to the side, or just a little bit up. You know, there's a little bit of wiggle room where it hits that feed ramp and it kind of straightens it out and guides it up and into your chamber. Without that, right off the bat, before even shooting this, I thought that would be an issue. Now, particularly, it was an issue with the aftermarket magazines. So we got no feed ramp, right? The problem with this, the biggest problem, I think, is because I was using a lot of aftermarket higher capacity magazines. The fit wasn't spot on. So when the fit's not spot on like that, you're already off tilt. You're not where you're supposed to be to begin with. Now, in addition to that, not having a feed ramp, I mean, you're talking about, you know, it's luck at that point, whether that's going to find that little hole or not. So I was surprised to see there's no feed ramp in this design, although I can say with the standard Ruger 1022 factory 10 round box mag, the reliability was up there. I didn't film everything. I would say probably, I loaded this up maybe 15 or 16 times. And out of those 15 or 16 times, I had about 8 or 9 full 10 rounds with no issues at all. Okay, every single one stripped off perfectly, you know, went right into the chamber, fired, no malfunctions whatsoever. Okay, but the ones that did malfunction, I think it's because the magazine itself was fitted in there perfectly. That wasn't the issue. It was seated properly where it was supposed to be. The issue with that was the failure to eject. Some of the shells were not getting, you know, not ejecting properly, getting stuck. I had one double feed. So things of that nature were the issue, not the magazine. But most of the issues with this gun were with the aftermarket magazines because they just didn't fit into that wheel well properly. I have 3 different brands, and of course the one brand I have 3 of. And I filled all these up twice, okay? This one here, which is one of the more popular ones, the Butler Creek, this one fit into the mag well the best, okay? Make sure the gun's empty once again. No magazine there right now. Nothing in our feed rampless chamber. Okay, safety's on. This one fit in the best out of all of them. Okay, it actually snapped in. You can feel that snap. It's secure in there. Our mag release, you know, pushed back. So I felt secure with this, and this did function the best out of all the aftermarket magazines. Okay, so this one I liked. This one had the most reliability with this particular gun. Not quite as good as with the standard, you know, Ruger 10 round mag, but definitely better. The worst of all these magazines was this one, and this one is a ram line. Okay, it's kind of a smoke color, black transparent. This one had a very hard time actually locking in. Okay, of course not at the range. It just locked in now for this demo, but 9 out of 10 times when I put this in there, it just did not want to lock. Okay, it would feel like it's in. I wouldn't get a secure click. It wasn't completely where it was supposed to be. So if it's not in there, if it's not, your magazine isn't seated properly in a semi-automatic gun, obviously things aren't going to line up properly. They're not going to function how they should. All right, and then given the fact that there's a lack of a feed ramp in here, you're asking for problems, and that's what the issue were with all these magazines. So this was the worst of the 3 kinds. All right, now this is, like I said, this is a ram line, the clear one, or translucent. These are also ram lines. These worked a little bit better. I don't know why, because it's just a color difference. But also something to note is that these do not have metal feed lips. They're plastic. These ones, also plastic. Okay, the Butler Creek happens to have metal feed lips, okay? And I know I don't have a Ruger 1022, but just from reading and watching videos in the gun community for so long, people prefer these 1022 mags that have the metal feed lips, obviously for reliability. Metal won't wear out like plastic will. Okay, this one looks like it's someone gnawed on the end. Looks like a dog chewed this. All right, so you didn't have the reliability, and then when it was functioning, when the magazine was functioning properly, it wasn't in the gun all the way. So that's why I had all these issues with you know, with these aftermarket magazines. So, you know, I went into this knowing there'd be some issues. I wanted to see what magazines would work better. So at the end of the day, this is going to be where most of your reliability is. Hopefully, once I install this, what I'm looking for is 100% accuracy, or excuse me, 100% reliability with a standard 10 round box mag. That would make me happy. Be able to use the higher capacity aftermarket magazines would be a bonus. I'm not expecting this gun to work with these 100% because they're not made for it. They'll still fit, but they obviously are slightly different. Okay, this fits into the magwell perfectly. So this gun was designed around these magazines. Here, listen to this. Here's the Butler Creek. You can kind of hear it snap into there a little bit. Okay, pulling on it, you feel it's secure. Here's one of the ram lines. Kind of wiggle it. Now that's snapped in. Here's another ram line. Kind of snapped in. But of course, when there's ammo in there, it's a little bit more difficult to put in there. And of course, you have the, you know, the Ruger mag, the standard 10 round capacity. Very secure click. This is how it's supposed to be. This gun was built off of that magazine, not those. All right, so that slight difference does make a difference. Also, I found with this smaller magazine, obviously there's nothing to pull out on. I did have one instance where this jammed, where the actual magazine wasn't quite lined up right, and it jammed itself in there, and it was very difficult to pull out. Also, just in handling this gun, I have to use my ring finger here, okay, to push on the mag release, then use my pointer finger and thumb to remove the magazine. Okay, it's a little bit strange, just because you literally have nothing, it's hard to grab. All right, if you were to use your thumb like this, how are you going to, you know, I can't, I can't use my other fingers that way. So ring finger and then pointer finger and thumb to remove and insert. So another note, just something to get used to, not a huge deal. Not super comfortable, but you know, it is what it is. It definitely functioned the best with the magazine it was built and designed around. So that all being said, I'm going to make a video in the future replacing this part. I will go back to the range and see how that affects its reliability. Overall, it's a fun gun to shoot. There's barely any kind of recoil in this. I mean, 22s already have low recoil. Wasn't a safety. I know a lot of people are really concerned with the charging handles being right next to that barrel, and even when you're shooting, your hand being so close to the end of your muzzle. Was not an issue for me. I did try a couple different grips with this. Because there's no slide that's going back and forth, you can, I mean, not that you'd want to block your sights or anything, but you can, you know, put your fingers up higher. It's not really an issue. You can choke up on this if you really wanted to, because there's no slide coming back. You're not going to get any slide bite or anything. So you can play around a little bit with how this feels. Overall, just the weirdest thing for me with this gun was, you know, retrieving that magazine when I was done. The you know, standard 10-round mag. Just a little bit awkward. But besides that, it was a pleasure to shoot, and it was fun, and I did feel when there was a malfunction. So that's, I guess, a good thing. I don't know, but you can tell after you took a shot if something was wrong or not. So that was good with this. But, you know, it's definitely interesting. It certainly got some attention at the range. People asked what it was. No one that was at the range was exposed to it. They thought it was kind of cool. One guy said, looked like something from Star Trek. And I said, that's not necessarily a good thing unless you like Star Trek. But anyway, experience, like I said, it's still in the testing phase. First impression was not good, as most people had with this gun. They didn't have a good first impression. And, you know, the saying, well, if you don't know the saying, and one of my favorite sayings is, you don't get a second chance to make a first impression. So people see the malfunctions with this gun, and they completely write it off the map. Nope, horrible piece of crap. I'm not like that. Like a knife, a flashlight, a gun, anything, I'll give it a second chance. You know, in this case, this company is acknowledging, yep, there's a problem there, but hey, we fixed it. So I'm going to go through the motions and see if they're right about that. And you can look forward to those videos in the future. But for now, it's time to do some more knife videos. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, enjoyed the experience. Oh, one thing I will tell you is at the end, which was very frustrating, is I had a 22 casing that got jammed in the chamber. Okay, I could not retrieve it. If you noticed in the videos, I did use my little Pico Ouija bar. I had my keys to, you know, take a couple of those empty shells that were jammed out. This particular one was really jammed in there. I don't know why, just the expansion for when the round was shot, it just really lodged that case in that chamber. So I did have my Leatherman, what I have on me, not the Sidekick. I had the, it was bigger than my P4, I think it was my Wingman. I didn't have it on my person, but I had it in my bob in my car, and that did not work. Could not get that shell out. And eventually, because I didn't have my whole shooting bag, in my shooting bag I keep a couple cleaning rods. I knew I wasn't going to be able to get the casing out of the back here. I did like quite a bit how you do have a lot of room. All right, a lot of room in here, unlike most guns. So you can really get in there, and you know, if you need to extract a round, you can do so. But with this particular case, after trying to pry it out, you know, it took forever. I, you know, deformed the rim of that, so there's no way I can get it out, even with the Leatherman. So I know I needed a cleaning rod to go through the barrel to solve this problem, and I did not have a cleaning kit with me or my shooting bag. My range bag has all kinds of crap in it, but for this particular case, I just wanted to, you know, go to the range with the gun, the mags, and a little bit of ammo. So I was unprepared. But good thing I had an old car because what I ended up using to get that shell casing out was my antenna. That's right, I used my Leatherman to unscrew the antenna on my 87 Monte Carlo, and I used that as my cleaning rod. So now it's good to know that I have a go-to cleaning rod whenever I'm at the range. I happen to just work out that way. But anyway, that's it for now. ... to be continued. Not going to throw this away as being a piece of crap, but I am looking forward to seeing if this part works or not. So we'll take that journey together in the future. But for now, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. And thank you very much for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Take it easy.